Hey guys, welcome back. We've got a super exciting episode today. I'm very excited. Saw this extremely tired because I woke him
Yes.
up right now, and I know he's tired
Yep.
because he was awake 3 hours ago as well. So I'm sorry, Saf, but that's life, buddy. We've got Safi with us. Some of you might recognize him. Man's an architect. Yeah, he's back. He
Hello,
hasn't
I'm
made any
back.
buildings in the 3 months he's been gone, but
Yeah.
we'll try again in 3 months, Safi.
Oh no.
However, you
You
guys,
know?
we have made buildings. We have grown so fucking much over the past 3 months. Like we have practically
This
exponentially grown our subscriber base.
we built a building of subscribers.
We have like
A good.
yeah, we no not a house. A house is like 4 people, bro. We're like an apartment complex with 300 something people, guys. So thank you guys so much for
Okay.
that. And and in order to ensure that keeps growing, please hit that like and subscribe button down at the bottom below. It would really mean a lot. Hopefully Salman will put up a nice animation right over here or somewhere like that. This is his cue to put
I'm
in the
gonna
nice
put it over
animation.
here instead.
Yeah, just put it
All right.
wherever. Yeah, just put it wherever. That's his cue to put in an animation. If he doesn't, it's
Watch
on
it be
him.
like in front of
DM him.
Safi's face instead. But we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see.
But yeah, okay.
Oh,
On to
that's a
Salman
good
to
idea.
introduce Safi.
Yeah. So Safi's an architecture student. He's got insanely crazy, nice stories. Last time he was on, we spoke about what buildings, culture, and just styles of like how buildings are designed in different cultures around the world. And we also very briefly spoke about the fact that Safi has traveled to some of the most interesting parts of Pakistan. And not just has he traveled there, he's gone pretty much by himself. And the stupid thing is, we started talking about that in like the last, 2 minutes of that episode. So basically, for the last 3 weeks, I've been planning to get Safi back on just so that we can go over like actual travel stories, which is what I really want to hear.
This is the
So-
sequel that no one wanted, but we all needed.
I wanted, that we all wanted, that we all needed. So Safi, why don't you start off by telling us a bit about the first time you ended up traveling alone by yourself and how that went down.
So the first time I wanted to travel alone, it was pretty funny. We were planning a family trip. It was to Naran, and I made like this really long itinerary of all the stuff.
Safi with his
I wanted to do.
schedules. Like he's
And
like the
then in
most
the end-
organized person I know. Like this guy will literally write down everything to the T of what we want to do and everything, which is nice, which works for him. But continue, bro.
You need a friend like that on every trip.
True.
Well, anyway, that didn't work out, and they were like, okay, no, we're not going. And on some level, I was like, I don't care. I don't care
I'm
who's going,
gonna go.
who's not
I'm
going.
fucking going to
I'm
Naran.
going.
I'm
Yeah. So I casually I was like, bye guys, I'm going. And and at this time I didn't follow my own itinerary. I just randomly, it was 2 days. There was a booking for a trip to Kashmir, and it was full. There was like, I think 1 or 2 seats left, and the same night it was gonna leave, I was like, hit me
Yeah.
up, put me in this, I'm going. And the guy's like, but we're coming from Lahore, and I was like, just
Pick
I
me
don't
up.
care. It was 1 a.m. and I'm at this random like exchange at 0 point, and I'm just like walking across, and this random bus full of people. I had no idea who they were. So that was the first experience. It was really
Dude,
something.
that is
So,
amazing,
yeah, it was
bro.
really something.
At what point did you realize and just think, wait, what am I doing?
So the thing is, when I walked into the bus, everyone was asleep, right? But me, because they all had been coming from Lahore. So I was the only one awake. The moment I realized, like, what the hell am I doing, is when everyone became awake. And now I started feeling sleepy. So I'm in, the middle seat of the bus, the one that has like no back
Oh.
support almost. I was sitting there. So Yeah, so that everyone began to wake up, and I needed to sleep, and I almost like legit
Why
fell
didn't
off
you
my
use the
chair in a
guy or
somersault when I
guy or the
wanted
guy
to
on the
sleep.
left or right and
So
use their shoulder to like pass it? You could have like talk to them for like a good 5-10 minutes. Build some rapport and be like, hey, by the way, I'm passing out here. Can I use your shoulder? And then you could have use that.
you see, that was my first time, and now I would definitely be doing that. But it was my first time. I was a bit like I didn't honestly. I was in that space where I just wanted that personal space. I was like, okay,
Safi,
I'm gonna
you're in a
like not
bus
touch
with
anything or
more than 20
anyone.
people going to
So
Kashmir, dude.
yeah.
If there's anything that you're not getting is personal space and Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah, yeah. Wi-Fi part. That was very sad. I even lost signals. Like it was a
Yeah.
very very long drive. It was 12 or 16 hours with like one break in between. And I couldn't feel my legs because of the middle seat, and also because I wasn't
Yeah.
leaning on anything, which I really should have. But that was the moment I realized, like, what the hell am I doing? And I kept realizing that for three
Wow.
weeks.
That is great. Guys,
But I mean,
guys,
when was
just
that?
Yeah.
wait. Just to throw this in, one, I have to commend Salman's
Yeah.
energy. By the way, whenever we shoot an episode, it's usually his morning, like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. So right now, I'm the one who's sleepy, and I'm yawning like anything. And I've never seen this guy yawn ever. I don't know how he controls that
Dude,
shit, guys. Like
I
I
yawn when people
legit
talk
just
to me, so I just hide it. If my mouth's closed and I'm smiling, that means I'm actually yawning. Like I've done it on like every other episode we've ever had, but none of you guys have ever called me out, and that's just how good I am at this shit.
dude.
Wow.
That is impressive.
Impressive.
Okay, continue now. Back to Safi's story. I just had to say that.
So wait, you were how old then, Safi?
Yeah. Oh, this is
2
not
years
very
ago.
long ago. This is
1 year ago.
2 years?
No, no.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 1 year ago.
And like,
1 year
where all
ago.
have you been?
Yeah. I've been places before that, but that was the first time alone. So after that, in Kashmir, I met all these really amazing people, and they all were, they all had all traveled with each other before. Like there was a group of friends, group of 6, 7 friends, very adventurous people. I was not really like them back then. So there is an incident. So we were in this cable car in
Oh,
Kashmir
I don't
that
know
was
about this one.
mechanically
Let's go.
run, right? So
Yeah.
okay, so there was I was like really scared of this cable car, and like my knees were just shaking. We waited in line for
Yeah.
40 minutes to get into this cable car. I don't think you can barely call it that. Just call it a cable box, okay? And I noticed that it was not electrically run. This guy was like
Was
manually
it on like a bike?
pulling the,
Was it on like a bike which pulled
the car.
pulled the cable cars, back and forth or some shit like that? Or was it like a hand thing? Oh, okay.
It was
alright.
Yeah, it was a handheld thing. It was a handheld thing, okay. And the crazy thing was, it was like up right above this, really really high above this super fast flowing river, and like these really like 150 feet tall trees were like all around this cable car, and I was just like,
I don't know about this one, bro. Oh my god. So, Safi,
So-
explain the feeling of near death.
And
So,
also-
what does it feel like for those
Yeah.
for the viewers who might not know what that feels like, or maybe they do. I don't know.
So the feeling of near death is
Uh-huh.
like looking down from that cable car, because I was like I was pretty excited. I was like, woohoo, we're going on this. But also I wanted to look down and see all the scenery. And the moment I looked down, I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
death
yeah.
is near. It's like you get some chills, and also for me, my knees
Yeah.
start to shake. I was not used to these kind of experiences, but when we reached the end, I was just like, I don't know, I was so
Yeah.
excited and so relieved at the same time. It was really
That's
amazing
cool.
experience.
So
I
you
think that's my
basically had
favorite.
someone
Yeah.
pull you up a
That was the
mountain.
best thing. Yeah, and another thing is that same thing. That was the only way to get to that part of the mountain. So we actually had to come back from the
Good
cable
time.
car as well.
Second time.
And that happened at that happened at 9 p.m. at night. Okay, so I couldn't see anything. Like we were just waiting in line. It was raining, and we waited 2 hours in line for this cable car. And the army people were like, we're gonna shut the cable car, so you guys just book a place for the night here. It's too late now. But we begged them. We were like, get us out of here. We need to go back. We have like a whole tour planned. And thing is, not everyone from the tour people, just me and those 6-7 people I mentioned. We were the only ones who actually got onto that cable car. Everyone else was just like no. So we were stuck there, and everyone's waiting for us on the other side, right? So So we had to get back, and it was also a really strange feeling to cross that river, at night time.
Do you believe in ghosts, bro?
Really,
Do you believe
really
in spirits and ghosts and shit like that?
No, I think that helped.
I'm just
because
wondering, bro. Because if you did, that would have been a whole other
No.
experience if you were into that type of stuff.
Oh no, I was just really so a lot of people talk about these ghosts and stuff and how they live in trees. Okay, I don't know, but I have this fascination with trees and stuff. So it's a very, very weird fascination. Like you ever
I
get
love
that feeling where you
trees.
just
I
want
know
to go and
exactly what
hug
you're
a
talking
tree?
about. They're so
I have-
they're so detailed.
Yeah.
Yo,
So-
guys, straight up, I don't know
Yeah.
this guy. These guys are fucking weird. Who the hell goes and hugs a random tree? Like trees, like these guys are the
Okay.
definition of a tree
I've
hugger.
said this already this week, but Safi, Saad ran into a tree a week ago.
I did.
Like he
I
ran
did.
like face first into a tree.
Oh.
Dude, that wasn't. Was it a week ago or was it 2 weeks ago? But like,
Well, Saad,
It's meant to be.
Saad, it was
We
meant
all-
to be.
we're all
It was meant
just
to be.
in one way or another attracted to trees.
oh my god, guys, this
Yeah.
took a very sexual turn for trees.
Yeah.
I mean, they could be
We're all-
platonic, It doesn't
No,
have
bro.
to be like that.
The way you're fucking saying it, bro.
That's fair. Okay, but Safi,
Yeah.
you know what your story reminds me of? Have you ever been on any of the
Yeah.
the hanging bridges that you see? Yeah. So
The ones with like
there's a
the
bridge.
the ones with
Yeah.
like 3 planks and shit holding that thing
Yeah.
together. Matlab with like a
So-
2-foot wide gap with just death in between.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
literally like these
Yes,
massive
yes.
bridges
Yeah,
that,
those
like
ones.
okay, there's one of them known as the Husseini Hanging Bridge, and it's known as one of the most dangerous bridges in the world. And I've seen it because I drove past it when I went to like Chitral and just the northern regions, and it's literally like there's like a good 2-3 feet sometimes between just wooden planks, and it's an extremely long
it's very
bridge
deadly.
over a flowing river, and you're already at like 3,000, 4,000 feet, because you're in the mountains. It is, I don't know why anyone would do it, but I mean, I guess if you're stuck on the other side of the bridge, you don't have a choice, but,
I wonder how they made that bridge, considering they
Yeah,
didn't have
and
modern
even-
engineering. So, how the fuck did they measure the rope length? They were like, go,
you just
bro.
take lots of rope, you're like, you're just pulling it from the factory,
Yeah.
What factory, bro? You're 3,000, 4,000 feet in the
Yeah.
air. What factory are you
It's
talking about?
crazy.
No, they're sewing the rope together as they pull it across the bridge.
Yeah. When they start making the bridge, they're not in the air, so like they start on the ground.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
know,
you
man.
probably take a boat, right? And you
And then-
hold the rope in one hand and you start taking the boat to the other side.
Yeah, but the river's flowing perpendicular to the direction that you want to go to.
Yeah, you make more
So then
sense.
you start here, you end up here, and then you walk the distance back, and then you pull it tight.
Physics.
Oh, wow, this has
Physics,
become like
man. This
advanced
is,
physics.
guys,
advanced
for those of you
physics,
guys wondering,
like-
this is the part of life where you use trigonometry or whatever. Like
Yeah,
when you make a triangle.
The
and you just,
triangle
like,
has 3 sides.
Yeah.
3 sides.
For you put up 4 fingers.
3 sides.
You
But
put up
X
4
still
fingers.
doesn't need to be found. Just leave X alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Safi, okay, I want to keep hearing these stories. What's the sketchiest thing that's happened to you that you've done? Or, I mean, I guess you've told a story that would definitely take the crown. But are there any other really sketchy things that have happened during your travels?
So, sketchy. Yeah, I think there was one more thing that happened on that same trip because that trip was so disorganized. There was
Nice.
a lot of room for sketchy things.
My cup of tea.
And one of the things was these local people. They I don't know. We talked to them. We were in a group of 3 people. We told them, "Oh, we want to see your village. It was a beautiful village." So, and they were like, "Yeah, please come up." And we went up with them, and they took us all the way to the top of the village, and then they started asking us for money. Okay, like
How
a lot
much?
of money. All
How
these
much?
kids, especially, they chased me. It started out very low. Okay, so at first they were like, we want 100 rupees. I was like, that's nothing, but why
Uh,
should I give? Just randomly. And then I thought they would finish, but I was going down this like really rocky path, and they kept going after me. Like they were running after me all
uh,
the way till I reached the river and back to my place. I think that was
I'm
within the
getting
kitchen.
attacked by a bug.
But
We have to pause.
otherwise, like, the experiences have been more or less like
yeah.
really exciting and positive with local people more than anything. I think that's one of the main things I would say like
Yeah.
about traveling to these areas and everything is
Yeah.
like do engage with the people and do talk to them because
I
it's
totally agree.
really amazing. Like just hearing their own stories and like how they traditionally eat stuff um,
Yeah.
or they talk about things or how they feel about things. I think that's really important
I
to
agree
hear
with
from
that.
them as well. So
I agree with that
that's
100%.
that's
Hold
yeah.
up. Salman, did you go and kill, try and
No,
kill
no,
that
no.
bug?
So I didn't kill the bug, but there's a bug flying around me, which is why if I get up and run away and I just leave, that's what's happening. That's kind of the
That's
reason
what
why
like.
we started this a bit late. I spent like 5 minutes just hiding from the
Okay.
bug. Now the bug's hiding from me, so it's okay.
Yeah. So
It's the
guys,
circle of life.
down below in the comments,
Oh,
I don't
that's
know how many
alright.
of you guys will reach this part of the video, but like down below in the comments, let us know what's the craziest travel story that you've experienced, and if you have a really crazy one, we'd love to have you on the show and we can discuss that.
Yes, that's so smart.
Yes, I just thought,
Genius.
just guys, Salman loves
Yeah.
travel stories. He
Yeah,
literally
that's
wants to
right.
ask literally any guest, who, even if they have nothing to do with traveling, just like where the fuck they've been. Like I mean, like dude, I feel like it's an interesting segment. We're gonna have to talk about that again in the comments down below. Let us know what you guys think if we get comments on this. That is.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so back to not being chased by bugs.
Yeah. So I don't know. You guys haven't asked anything, so I'm just gonna say it. Okay. Uh, I was talking about the importance of talking to local people, right? So, and a lot of good experiences come from that, and it's really funny because there was, and just listening to people and what they're saying, there was a room in Kashmir. I walked into this hotel and it said, I'll say it in Urdu, then I'll say the translation.
अच्छा था
सियासत की बात
I
करनी
thought you were
मना,
gonna say इधर
meaning
पेशाब
don't
करना
talk about
मना
politics. Yeah.
because that's usually all over Pakistan.
No. And it was inside the room, and there was like this really big sign. It said, "Please don't talk about politics." And
Was
all that
politics.
was being talked about inside was politics. Yeah.
So you know why they put up the sign. It wasn't good enough,
was-
but you can tell that they're trying.
No.
Like the owner of the place, he was like feeding me like these traditional Kashmiri foods, like and chai. I was just eating them, and he starts to talk to me about politics, and I was like, but
It's a
it
trap.
says don't.
Don't
Okay.
answer. Don't say
We'll
anything.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they're using reverse psychology. Like I mean, like they might have written no, don't talk about politics, but I feel like that's an interesting, engaging point for people to talk about politics that they might want you guys to talk about.
Yeah, it was really funny, and I think I still remember that, as that was one of the really things I remember from talking to them. And
Yeah, you
I
see, you
think
guys,
that was
the thing
really,
is, right,
really
Safi
amazing.
has all these interesting details about all these different trips. Even though we've heard about these trips, right, we've not heard all these details that, just spring out of nowhere. Like, for example, this specific detail. I had not
That's
heard
the
about
beauty
this.
of travel. So many random things happen. And I want to
Yeah.
hear every single one of them.
Yeah. Speaking of travel,
Salman is like
speaking of
really,
travel, I'm
really
gonna add
big
my
on
own
this, which is
little
great.
travel story over here.
Oh, of course, dude.
One of the things that I love to do when I'm traveling, especially solo, is that I like to make a lot of friends along the way. I don't care who you are. I want to get your Instagram. I want to get your contact information. I don't care where we might meet. I might, you might need me and I might need you. And I feel like I want to build that connection with people all across the world. So I have my fucking waitress's Instagram. I've had her on Instagram and I talked to her on and off from London. I met these really two young nice chaps back in Dubai over, and I was just like chilling, and I just like talked to them, and they were both in Luxembourg, so that was really nice. I even have this random guy's phone number from the subway where I just like talked to him for like 5 minutes, and then there was this random woman I met within the London Underground, and she had her dog, so I played with her dog for the duration of the trip. So I exchanged contact information with her as well. So like at the end of the day, guys, I like to talk to a lot of people, and like actually get their information, so that I might expand upon that relationship
That
even
is
further.
really nice. I'm probably the complete opposite. I like to observe a culture.
Yeah.
I like to I don't travel alone very often, but I just like to experience, solo traveling. But also, and also, like, I just react completely differently to the way you do. Like, for example,
Mm-hmm.
a couple weeks ago, I saw this movie called Zodiac. It's got, what's his name? Robert Downey Jr. Great movie. And it's about this serial killer who just, killed a lot of people who were just chilling and doing normal things. So I see this movie. The next morning, I had to take an Uber to go somewhere, and my Uber driver asked for my Snapchat. And the first thing I think is like the opening scene of that movie. This guy's in a car and he gets killed by the Zodiac killer, and I'm like, I'm next. This is the Zodiac. They never caught the Zodiac killer, by the way. So I
know
swear
the
to
Zodiac
God.
killer, by the way. I know about the Zodiac killer. I know the entire history, by the way.
Yeah, so I was like, the movie was wrong. This is the Zodiac killer, and she's out to get me.
Exactly. God damn. Did you give
But
her your
yeah.
Instagram? Did you give her
Oh,
your
we're on
Instagram?
Snapchat. It's pretty chill.
You actually ended up giving her your Snapchat.
Right, yeah,
bro,
I was
even though
like,
you
yeah,
thought-
I do love meeting new people. It's just, if you're my Uber driver and I am stuck in the middle of nowhere and you're my only means of getting home, I would prefer if you don't kill me. That's it.
Yeah.
I have low
Amazing.
expectations of people.
Amazing. And on that bombshell, guys, thank you so much for joining us, Safi. It's been really fun having you on again, man. Like these interesting little travel nuggets that you keep telling us. At least they're fun for us. I don't know if they're fun for the audience, but they're fun for us, guys. So hey, we're having fun over here, and yeah, you guys, please do hit the like and
that's why we're
subscribe button
here.
once again, and do comment down below about what you guys want to see next. And I think we're done. Peace. Adios. Goodbye. I'm about to sleep.